Okay,
There
we're
we
going to
go.
go right to our guests.
See?
We've been joined by a wonderful organization who you may have seen here on Channel 28 before. That's where we first met them. So I was so glad when we were able to schedule Connecting Generations Creative Mentoring to come on. I'm going to let you ladies introduce yourselves. We'll start here with you, Jen.
Great. I'm Jen Merrick. I'm the Director of Mentoring with Connecting Generations.
I'm Beverly Price. I am the Program Manager for Creative Mentoring.
I'm Pat Bartoszewski, and I'm a mentor at Highlands Elementary School.
Rashima Dixon, I am a board member of Connecting Generations.
And the mentor?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I
Okay.
will be.
So we're in the same boat. I
Yes.
still have my application started too. Okay. So who wants to tell us about creative mentoring and Connecting Generations? Can we go to Connecting Generations first? Because
Yes.
that has a pretty
Sure.
robust history.
Yep.
So either one.
Okay, I'll give a little history about Connecting Generations. We've been in business 27 years, and it was a retired DuPont executive who founded the organization. And it started because he volunteered with his daughter's or granddaughter's school and realized the value of the relationship, and he wanted to replicate that, which is how he formed it was originally called Creative Grandparenting. So what has since started in one school has enveloped into
99.
Wow.
99 partner schools, and we're all 3 counties across the state. So we're still founded on the same 4 principles, and really just that mentor-mentee relationship, that positive adult role model, meeting once a week with the same student throughout the school year.
Okay, so that answers a lot of questions right there. How long does that last? And so how do people get involved with this? How do they become mentors?
Okay, what they do is that they can go onto our website, which is www.connecting-generations.org, and they can apply to be a mentor under Creative Mentoring. On the website, there is an application they must complete, as well as 2 background checks and 1 health form. There's also a 3-hour mentoring class, training class that you must attend. And we also check your references that you indicate on your application. All that can take anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks, possibly. And once we approve your application, we then submit your paperwork to the school of your choosing. And once you meet with that school's coordinator, they set you up with your mentee.
Okay.
And it becomes a one-on-one mentoring session between you and your mentee until the end of the school year.
Okay, all right, that's wonderful.
Well, I like that. That's really impressive, the way you have the forms that they have to fill out to just be a part of this. Because there's a lot of organizations you could just come right in or limited things. So was it something that happened that made you do it this way, or?
No, we always have, from the beginning of the organization. I've been there about 11 years, and we've always done this. We've always done the background checks, the references, and the training. We take it very seriously that who someone says who they say they are, is really who they are before we place them with a child. So there's no greater asset than our mentors, and we want to be sure that everyone's safe.
Okay. Now, I would like to hear from a mentor. Can you tell us about your experience? How long have you been a mentor? I don't want you necessarily to say the name of your mentee, but
Oh, no.
maybe the school that you work in.
Right. I'm at Highlands Elementary
Okay, you
School,
did say that.
and we do respect the privacy of the students, even among the mentors and the director of the program. For example, I don't know exactly why the little boy that I mentor was recommended, but I do know in general that kids are recommended for a variety of reasons. It might be that their family is experiencing difficulties and they need somebody positive. Might be trouble in school with schoolwork, and they need to have a better self-concept. When a student asked me, why do I need a mentor? I said, well, I'm your cheerleader. I'm here to help you be the best you can be and help you feel good about that. But it's just the most wonderful experience. It's sort of like having an extra grandchild for someone my age, but there are mentors who are younger too.
How long have you been in the program?
This is my 3rd year, but I've always known that I wanted to be when I couldn't, when I was working full time. So when I retired, that was the chance. And I want to just say, when you asked how people get into it, it might be knowing that the mentoring program exists, or having a friend recommend it. But right now, I would say from my own experience that we need more male mentors.
We do.
And just can't emphasize that enough, because there are probably more little boys in having mentors than little girls.
Right.
Our ratio is that females will mentor little girls and males will mentor little boys.
Okay.
But because of the shortage of males, we do have females that are mentoring boys, but never do we have men mentoring
Okay.
little girls.
Okay.
So we will put that plug out there that we always do need some more males in the program.
Okay. And then, go ahead. Rashima, how did you get involved in the program?
So I joined the board in July of last year, and more so just because I, one, had been a part of an organization that's, typically kind of the same review as Connecting Generations, which is Big Brothers Big Sisters. But I thought there was some things that were missing from the experience that I had from being a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters, that I got the pretty much the full package by working with Connecting Generations. So when I was asked to serve on the board, I was happy to do so. More so just because I thought about the mission, the vision, about what the organization is trying to achieve, and then how can I also help with, and I know the shortage of males, and we talked about that for on the board wise too, of like how do we make sure that we are getting more males into our schools, but also know that some of it is not of their own doing, but some of it is because of law as far as backgrounds.
Right.
And we know a lot of our men in the community have backgrounds. So we should definitely work on that as far as policy-wise for changes, depending on what their offensives are. But there are a lot of males who really want to be in the schools, and we just have to figure out a way to get them in.
And that is the nice part, being a small local organization, is we review everything, and it's literally Bev and I and our executive director on a case-by-case basis. There's some things that are non-negotiable, which would prevent you from becoming a mentor, but really, and each school has a different stance too, so it really just depends. But we try to do it on a case-by-case basis, so we don't ever want anything on someone's background check to deter them from, applying to mentor a child, and just let that process happen naturally.
So let's say a gentleman, his background was okay. What could you say to someone now to get them to start signing up to get more males coming in?
We need you.
Please.
Besides that, yeah.
And also, we want to emphasize too that this is mentoring, not tutoring. A lot of people assume that they have to have, a PhD behind their name in order to join our program. We don't do academics. We do social and emotional learning. If we can just help create that confidant, create that protective, comfortable environment for that one-on-one mentoring. Like Pat just said, we don't know the circumstance for why the parent wants their child to have a mentor. But we always go out, and Jen and I go out together recruiting. We always ask the question, who mentored you? Because that starts the thought processing. And everybody has had someone in their life to make an impact and to make a difference. And when you start to think about, Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so played a large part in the person that I am today. That's how we feel that all of us can give back. If each one can reach one, look at how much better the world would be. So we're just looking at folks that have an extra 30 to 60 minutes a week, that if you have that kind of time, just give us a call, 302-656-2122, and ask that you would like to become a mentor. And all we need for you to do is to agree to meet up with a mentee 1 day a week, every week, because it is a commitment.
Right.
And just help them with helping them to either read, you could help them with writing, you could play a game, sing a song. We have some gentlemen might take the little boys down to the gym, shoot hoops. We have some of the ladies that know how to crochet. They might bring their knitting materials in. It's whatever you want to do with your mentee during that 30 to 60 minutes.
I think that the question that you pose to potential mentors, who mentored you, That's, I mean, because just the question itself sparked me, because I'm like, oh, Miss Anderson, you know, and you know
Exactly.
exactly who it was, and that was, you know, 35 years ago, and I sent her an email. I actually emailed the elementary school maybe once every 5 years, you know, where's Miss Anderson, you know, and I finally got someone who said, oh, I know Miss Anderson, she retired, but here's her email, and we were able to reconnect, and I was amazed that she remembered me. You know, and that was such a long time ago. But if you put it in that context and make it real to someone who might want to have that same impact that their mentor had on them.
Exactly.
And Shauna, another good thing with the program is that the students that are in the program are from pre-K to seniors in high school. We have high school students that are looking for community hours. They asked if they can mentor in the program. Absolutely. We have college students. We're so proud of our University of Delaware, Dell State, Wesley students, because they come into the program and they give back because they too need community hours. So it's open to anyone that has the time, but we just need for you to know that it is a weekly commitment. And we know life happens. You're gonna have car trouble, you're gonna wanna go on vacation, you have doctor's appointments, but that's when you would communicate that with the school coordinator. And they would just make sure that your mentee know that
Right.
you could not meet with them on that given week. But still, it's still a beautiful opportunity for you to be able to give back to a student.
Go ahead, Pat.
I was just going to say that I think anybody who is maybe feeling shy about it or not quite certain ought to go to a school and ask to just stand in the doorway for a couple of minutes and watch. And it just would be compelling to see all these students and mentors working together.
And the mentors get as much out of it as the students. You know, it starts at, our purpose is to, you know, provide a mentor for the students, but really the mentors get as much out of it as the students. Like you said, Mrs. Anderson.
Miss Anderson,
Yeah.
right?
She remembered you, so obviously she got something out of that as well. So, and you can go volunteer and teach a child time with that new language.
Now, I had one more question. You've been here for 11 years. So, do you hear from students who have gone through the program, and can a child be in the program for more than 1 year?
Yes.
Yes.
We encourage a lot of our mentors that they follow their student right through the school system, because you'll have a mentor who will start in the elementary school, their student will move on to middle, they'll go on to the school with the student to middle
Oh,
school,
wow.
follow them to high school. Then we'll hear stories that I attended their wedding,
Oh,
I
my
was invited to
goodness.
their baby's christening. I mean, it's a beautiful thing that they continue to keep in contact with them, because again, who mentored you?
Miss Anderson.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
think the first time we were here on a different show, the cameraman was mentored at Newark High School.
Oh,
and
wow,
Yes.
really?
He's like,
Oh,
yes.
probably Joshy. Probably Josh, yeah, yeah.
It was great. He's like, I know your program. So we do, and they'll come across. There's a lot of college students that were mentored at some point, and that's really what prompted them to give back. And that's really interesting to hear their stories and to see why, you know, because for a college student to give up their time,
Right.
especially a lot of UD students go to Newark High School, they're going there at 8:40 in the morning. College students don't like
Yeah,
to get up early,
yeah.
so they have to feel something and be really passionate about it for them to do it. And there's probably 65 students right now that are doing that, so it's amazing.
That is amazing.
So they have to get something from it, otherwise they're not getting up at 8:40 in the morning.
And we would just like to let some of the organizations out there know that we do have mentoring up and down the state. We offer mentoring classes here in Newcastle County, Kent County, and Sussex County. You can look out on our website and it gives our training schedule, but we try to meet organizations where they are. So if your organization has at least 10 people that agree to meet at the same time, we will bring a private training
Oh, wow.
to you. So for example, I'll speak on my own. I had my pastor, if I could stand up and say a few words, Sunday morning service, and we got 25
Wow.
people to sign up. So this Saturday at my church, Pilgrim Baptist Church, we are having a private training because we need male mentors. And the brotherhood at my church spoke up and said, here I am, I will volunteer.
That's
so I just
fantastic.
want to put that plug out there that if we have any groups, I mean, if you have any Rotaries, any
Monday
PTAs or men's clubs or anything, flower clubs, book clubs, anybody, even corporations, we put a plea out there for corporate America. If you have a group of employees that take lunch at the same time, we will bring class to you during your lunch hour so that we can get you trained so you can get out in the community and start mentoring to our youth.
Okay. Pat, I think you wanted to say one more thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. The training session's wonderful, but that's not where it ends. Our school coordinator for the mentoring is there every week, and the support is amazing. It's wonderful.
Okay. Anything else before we wrap up? Okay, well, thank you very much for coming on the
Thank you.
program. And we do like to extend an invitation, so whenever you want to come back,
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank
you
you.
can
Thank you.
absolutely just reach out and let us know. We've got something to talk about, and you guys can come right back.
We thank you
Okay.
both for having us on the show.
Thanks
We
very
appreciate
much.
it.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. Please
I love you
approve
too.
my
The chemistry
application.
is amazing. Thank you so much.
That's in the script.
We'll be right back. Please stay tuned.
If we find that our vision is blinded, we should slow down and